COVID-19 today.
The global number of reported cases and deaths from COVID-19 is now increasing for the first time in 2 months, driven by an ongoing rise in Europe that outweighs declines in other regions. It's another reminder that the COVID-19 pandemic is far from over. The pandemic persists in large part because inequitable access to tools persists.
Remarks. In the room, we will have...
This weekend, the leaders of the G20 countries will meet in Rome. Together, these countries have the ability to make the political and financial commitments that are needed to end this pandemic and to prevent future crises. We are at a decisive moment, requiring decisive leadership to make the world safer. And I have 3 requests for the G20 leaders. First, fully fund the ACT Accelerator. Second, support the creation of an overarching framework for global health security through a legally binding treaty on pandemic preparedness and response. And third, support the creation of a health threats financing board.
The population today.
Today, the number of boosters that's being administered around the world, close to 1 million jabs a day, is 3 times the amount of vaccines being administered in low-income countries, which is about 330,000 doses a day. 62 countries have started administering boosters, and more are thinking about it. The WHO had called for a moratorium on boosters till the end of the year, so we could move those vaccine doses to those countries and to those populations that are still below 4 or 5% coverage. Even the frontline workers have not been fully covered. So it is doable, it is possible, and we hope that, again, the G20 leaders will take decisions on how to use existing supplies, how to prioritize them to parts of the world which need them desperately.
And in that case, we need to provide to show.
So the big question to the G20 this weekend is, are they going to say, here is where that 550 million doses are going to come from, because those 20 countries control the global vaccine supply. And I'm sorry to be as frank as that, but remember, between now and the end of this year, we're going to make another 3 billion doses of vaccine. Can we take 550 million doses of that, about 10 days of production, and make sure it goes into COVAX and the other mechanisms that can get the equitable distribution, that by the end of this year we'll see more lives saved, more livelihoods on track and saved as well, and get the end of this pandemic.